Hello again and welcome to the channel. My name is June. I'm in Jamaica. Today I want to highlight some of the understandings that I have received from watching the Master's Voice Prophecy blog with Celeste. Here is the title of this series that I am watching, and I'm so taken aback. I am lost. I was not aware that all these things were happening in in our world. I am in Jamaica, and for now I am looking at every person's throat to see whether or not I can identify maleness or femaleness in any person. This is the topic of the playlist or the series that I am watching now. This is part 3. So there is a part 1, there's a part 2, and she has suggested that there are going to be other parts to this series. So I invite you to, if you have time and you might be interested, to go and listen to what she has to say. She's talking about the many persons that we see profiling as female who are indeed male. Some persons knew that they were male and have made the transition, while some persons were actually born a particular sex, but then due to some chromosomal change, I don't know how that is done, that is high science, these persons were born for the sex or of the sex of the parents' desire. The names of prominent persons in the tennis fraternity, these persons have played tennis for many years and have dominated the tournaments. Yeah, two sisters she has called out. Yeah, and she's suggesting that these sisters are really brothers. I don't know. It was like, hey, this was hot news to my ears. I had to hold my ears onto my face to make sure that it didn't drop off. And then she turned to this small gymnast. Yeah, she has won a lot of gold medals over time, and even in this latest 2024 Olympics, she has really won many medals. A well decorated gymnast, small figure, and she's married. She has recently married, and she's saying, yes, this is a male person. She's asking us to look at the throat of many persons that we see on television. Because many of these prominent actors, sport persons, and so on, they are actually transgenders. So we might be there, saying that we really love this person or wishing that we were in a relationship with that one. But then we have to consider what really is the real gender of this person or real sex. I don't even know how to put the words together. Sex, gender, I don't know. But she's highlighting that many of the persons that we do see, they are not what they are really. So she's saying to us, open your eyes. Do not be deceived. Open your eyes. For the men who are profiling as women, they have the Adam's apple protruding at the top of their necks. So they have these long necks, but when they speak, you can see this Adam apple moving, yeah, up and down. She's saying also that some of these persons have actually gone through the troubles of removing that part of the anatomy, the Adam's apple, whatever the real name. It's that band of muscles right there that sits on top of the trachea at the upper region of the neck. They have gone and they have removed that. For some persons, they have not gone so far with surgery, and it is still there. So she has titled the series Beautiful Men of Jamaica, because these persons are really beautiful. They have gone through the lens of surgery, and they're really beautiful. But Celeste is coming from the angle of, godliness and what the creator, in her opinion, God of the universe, Yah, actually desires. And she's saying that for all of these type of changes that we are trying to make to the anatomy that was God given, we will be brought into judgment for it. So she is prophesying judgment. She has laid out the case that God said it's against us, and then we will be tried. I don't know the circumstances for these changes. Persons are born, and I've actually have conversation with some persons who are saying, listen, I feel that I am not the sex that I am born. I feel that on a gender basis, I am trapped in the wrong body. So I would have asked, so how do you know how it would feel if you, by your statement, was in the right body? You were born as male, you were born as female based on your sex, yeah? And you're saying that you do not feel that sex. So I am saying to you, how do you know how the other sex feels, since that's not the sex that you were born? I don't know if this was a good question, if it makes any sense, but I was trying to understand from their perspective what might be going through their body, what feelings that they might have. And for those persons who have actually gone, to actually do a surgical transformation, I don't know whether this transformation can be reversed. What if one day they get up and decide that I don't want to be this person anymore? Can I revert to my original person? I don't know. What's your opinion on that? And I don't know whether these persons are, what are they, part of the LBGTQ, whatever that society is. Where do they fit? Because if they feel that they are trapped inside the wrong body, so they are attracted then to same sex. So I don't know. This topic is not discussed so much in my country. In Jamaica, it's more of a hush-hush situation. Persons are not talking freely about this group of persons in the society. It's basically hush-hush. So I have to turn to the internet to have information on this group of persons. I do not know whether many persons in my country have gone through surgery to change their gender. I don't know of any, a matter of fact. In recent times, you hear like musicians and so calling out persons, and even one of the famous vloggers, he has called out a very prominent dancehall artist. Yeah, and he's saying that this person, he is operating as maybe a member of the LBGTQ society. So in my country, it's more of a hush hush situation. Persons are not coming out to express themselves as significant members of the societies. Yes, we do have persons coming out from time to time at parties, or you might say, okay, you hear that this one is so and so. But persons are, I should say, very few persons are admitting their status. But my question is this: how does one really feel about oneself? And Does the person have the right to make himself feel comfortable in his own skin?